All right, guys, welcome to our
My
podcast.
ADHD, hold up.
Our
hold up.
co-host is fucking brain dead.
Yo. I need to end on a good note.
And on a good note.
Yeah, guys, welcome back. It's been a while.
Yeah, why is our co-host on TikTok just scrolling mindlessly? Yeah, all right.
And
We're
back.
live. Oh.
Yeah, it's been 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's been a good minute. I'm not
It's been
gonna
about
lie to
3
you.
weeks. Yeah,
They don't know that.
they're going to.
They
'cause
don't
we
know
said it.
this.
And they will because we just said it. No, but also we haven't posted in a minute, so
Yeah.
yeah.
What's going on,
Let me
guys?
lower
Welcome
this.
back.
All right.
We're all Gucci.
Yeah.
Yeah, are we
My
chilling?
ears are just bleeding.
Oh, I see.
You guys got anything to say before I get into the nitty gritty?
No,
Before we
let's
start?
let's get started.
I have to say this, just because it's hurting me every day I live. What's wrong with the Giants, guys? Real quick, just like 5 minutes. I just want to talk about the Giants. R.I.P. Aaron, you're my boy. I love you.
He's not dead, folks.
He's gonna talk to Joe Rogan.
He's gonna come
fix
back.
himself up.
He's
I
gonna be
know
okay.
this.
Oh yeah, with some human growth hormone.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
or
100%.
stem cells. He's gonna actually do it probably.
Yeah, you probably should at this
Yeah,
point, right?
But
It's been a disappointing season so far. I mean, you got your back blown out by Dallas by 40.
How about them Cowboys?
No.
No,
they're,
come
they're,
on.
They're pulling through. They're doing stuff.
Yeah, no.
And then
They're demons.
you go down 20 to Arizona, come back. A good comeback. You shouldn't have been down 20.
That's DJ.
Yeah, Durag Danny, bro. And
Crazy.
then game 3, you lose to San Fran, which is expected. You played them tough, though. You played them tough.
That's what I'm saying. They did good, but Saquon's out for 3 weeks, right?
Yeah, next week we play Seattle.
It's manageable.
Yeah, for sure.
Manageable. Who's after that? Do you know?
After Seattle, I think it's Miami.
Mm.
Yeah, it's gonna be. We're looking at like 2-6 by the bye. But anyways,
That's
By the
crazy.
by.
Okay.
let's get into the nitty gritty. All right,
Alright,
so
alright.
Yeah, I don't watch football. My bad.
No.
yeah, you gotta get on that.
You
No.
played 10 hours of a Madden trial.
Yeah, that doesn't mean I watch
That's
football.
insane.
You should watch it though. It's good.
It's all right.
It's a fun sport to watch.
I'm not from here, so it's
Where are you
Word.
from?
He's from south of the border.
from down under.
That's crazy.
I'm not wrong.
Yeah,
You didn't learn anything
sure.
from Madden?
I did learn like the mechanics and everything, but
You didn't learn anything really about football.
I mean, yeah,
Kinda.
I don't follow the teams though, so that's like a different discrepancy. Anyways, yeah,
Yeah.
but let's get into it.
All right.
All right, so I got a scenario for you guys.
Let me hear it.
All right, so we're all stranded on a deserted island, right? Help is on the way. Like, it's confirmed that the help is coming.
Okay.
They'll be here in 7 days. So we have to survive 7 days and 6 nights. Right?
Oh, they'll get us in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, what's your survival plan?
You want to start this way and go down?
Yeah.
Wait,
All right.
we're all alone?
It's us 3.
Oh, us three.
It's just us 3, that's it.
And on an island.
Yeah.
What kind of resources do we have access to?
Whatever's on the island.
So like wood, like little.
Wood, a little bit of stone.
Leaves, coconut, I'm assuming.
I mean,
Yeah, some coconuts, a
Oh,
little bit
okay.
of fruit.
so we
salt
get water
water.
from that.
Yeah.
All
Or
right.
just salt water. You can boil it.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, how are we gonna boil? Oh, we need a fire. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so what's your plan?
Well, we got to get water first. That's the.
How are you gonna delegate tasks? What's your plan?
Hmm. Are we cohesive enough to make a good unit? Is the real question.
I think we are.
Well, I mean, it
We
depends
would
on what
have
you
to be.
think. It depends on what you think, and you have to just say your plan right now, straight up.
And first of all, question: do you think we would survive?
Probably.
7 days. Yeah.
I mean, we could eat Carter if anything.
First of all, you can survive longer than 7 days without eating. It's
It-
about
it-
water.
It depends on the person.
No.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
You
if
can survive more than 2 weeks with water, without food.
Yeah,
We just need
we would
water.
need enough water, but we wouldn't have a lot of energy left.
Yeah, that's fair.
No.
And
Alright,
then you
so-
don't know what's on that island.
I fasted for 3 days.
Wow, good
yeah,
for you.
Good for
and
you.
people have fasted 5,
You're
6,
not
7 days.
malnourished.
W-
No, but
or
it doesn't, like, you can definitely survive.
Regardless,
We can survive. Yeah.
What's your plan, Brian?
All right, so yeah, I guess we delegate tasks, right? We need somebody getting a bunch of like firewood and stuff. We need to set up a fire, and I don't really know how to do that, but Jordan probably does because he's a caveman.
Look the part.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, we're gonna all alternate tasks, but like we need somebody to get water, then we gotta boil that bitch, then we gotta get fire, and I think Carter should make tools because
Home Depot.
he's the warrior class, so
That's
he'll be out here. He'll be out here
Tools for like hunting or like tools for
hunting.
like,
hunting.
cutting
we
down
need,
trees and shit.
oh yeah, both.
Both.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to kill like all the iguanas and shit. Like we're gonna peel them back.
Oh,
We're
so
gonna-
you'd be in your natural territory.
oh, I mean, I guess right.
Guinea pigs and iguanas.
I mean, India is basically a harbor, so you're probably ready for the shore.
Well, we could go fishing, I guess.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I feel like that's
Could you fish? I guess you could like spearfish.
Spearfishing, yeah.
Yeah.
spearfishing. I mean, yeah, but there's probably not gonna be a lot of fish by the shore. We should. Well, I mean, we're also gonna have to take time to explore the place, but like once we get like a little bit of food and stuff, we can just see what we got going on.
All right, so
We gotta build a little structure too.
I have a very concise plan.
Yeah, I bet you did because you came up with this whole thing. You
Yeah.
had time to think about it. You
Yeah.
just put me on the spot. Hold up, Carter. You gotta answer.
Okay, I'm
first.
gonna go next.
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
We're just gonna wing it, honestly.
So we just land there, or we just crash there? We're just there.
All right, we
Just
were on the Titanic.
Are you fucking kidding me?
We were on the Titanic.
It would be better if we
crashed.
were on the Ocean Gate.
We were on the
Sub.
submarine. We were on the submarine. We swam up.
Swim. Fucking kidding. You guys don't even know how to swim
I know. I could survive.
from underwater to the shore.
Yeah, I can go up. I can't go left, right.
This guy.
I can go up.
All right. I mean,
Yeah,
we're probably already
um,
full if we're on the Titanic.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
go.
it's simple. It's pretty much similar as Brian. I'm gonna start off getting people to work toward their strengths. So
Mm-hmm.
Jordan will definitely cut down trees. I'll make the tools, and me and Jordan will both make the tools actually, because it'll be better to work with somebody. And Brian will go collecting for sticks, for firewood, starting like leaves and stuff. And well, basically, I'm trying to first thing I'm trying to do is find not only a water source if we can potentially, but so we don't have to boil seawater, but find any stones, any bricks, anything we can use for weapons. That's my second priority. Third priority is finding shelter. So I'm trying to find an area where we have some sort of advantage geographically, like
Yeah.
not like maybe a high ground, maybe a lot of trees are protecting this area, or something where we don't get basically ambushed without some warning. So those are the three things I would focus on. And then other than that, it's purely on gathering enough resources for like, we don't know it's going to be, I mean, I'm assuming we don't know it's 7 days.
No, it's confirmed.
It's confirmed
It's
7 days.
confirmed
All right,
7
yeah,
days.
6, 9, 7, 8. Yeah, so if I know it's 7 days, I would gather enough resources for 7, 8 days, maybe reaching 8, just so we don't have to continuously look out and further like go into danger every day or potential danger every day. Just gather those resources together. Any like I wouldn't let Brian go by himself. Basically, we need somebody with another person. But then since it's 3 people, we would basically go together everywhere. I wouldn't want
Yeah.
somebody going alone, because the worst way to find out about a threat is if one person never comes back. So yeah, definitely we all travel together, and we all work together on each resource some way. Whoever's better at gathering that resources, obviously going to be in command of that situation, but just whatever it is. So we gather water. Food is a secondary thing for me, since I know we can survive on it. We'll just be very hungry, but I'm sure we'll find some sort of like. I wouldn't trust berries though, so I would just not worry about food. I would just try to get the water source down, fire, shelter, and survival as best as we could.
It's looking like we're eating iguanas and drinking coconut.
Yeah, drink coconuts. Yeah. You eat coconuts.
Yeah, I guess you could, but it's probably
The flesh, yeah.
yeah. That flesh is dirty.
What
No,
if
it's
the
inside the
freaking-
casing.
Yeah, but yeah. They're talking about like eating
It's
the whole thing, bro.
it's
The
very
hair and
succulent.
everything.
No.
Nah.
And he'll make the tools for us to open it, so we're good.
We're gonna spear the fucking coconut.
We just need like string or some sort of like material to wrap around a piece of wood and stone.
Well, let's just walk to the market.
All right. So I got my plan listed out by days.
By days.
By days.
Okay.
Day 1, first order of business. We're gonna go as far out into the landmass as we can,
Mhm.
and back to the shore by sundown,
What's your reasoning there?
so that we can know we have some kind of map, right? So we have a mental image of where we're going, what we're doing. Day 2, because we're not crashing in the middle of the night. You know, it's like
Yeah.
it's a reasonable thing. You crash, you wake up from the crash, sun's up. So, day 2, I'm gonna go gather some stuff to make tools. You and Brian are gonna grab some dry twigs, dry leaves, anything dry. And on the beach, you're gonna make a little fire pit
Gotcha.
with some rocks and shit. I come back with the stuff, we make our tools. We gather some firewood, we light a fire.
Okay.
We do our spear fishing by the shore. We have the whole day to gather as much food as we can for the week. For the rest of the days, we're not going to expend any energy that we don't have to. And we're just going to sit on the island and wait.
We're just gonna vibe.
We're just going to wait. Don't expend any energy if you don't have to, because then you don't have to eat. Because that's what makes you hungry. And the water situation, you know what you do for water.
It's a little questionable why you would venture out into the entire island,
Not the whole thing.
but like deep enough to like try to get a map.
Just deep enough to where you know where stuff is. Like, obviously, the dry stuff is not going to be on the shore. So we need to figure out, okay, what's the driest part so we can have a good fire.
Yeah. See, I didn't think like that. I thought
That's
if
fair.
we go deeper in, there's more risk of people or animals that are dangerous or something. So I'm trying to stay as close to the shore as possible.
Well, no, the most important thing is the fire. Because the fire tells the people that are coming where you're at.
Yeah. That's another thing.
Yeah, I mean, how does that work? Because how do we know that they're coming to us specifically?
Because they know the location of the crash
Yeah,
and any island around it.
So we don't even really need the fire if they're coming anyways.
of course we do. Because they need to know where on the island we're at.
Well, they're going to see smoke or they're going to see something.
I mean, they'll see the. I mean, yeah. But
They're not going to be able to see 3 people.
I mean, they're gonna go on the island.
Yeah, but why make it take longer?
No.
No, because they're not going to go on the island. They're going to have to take a boat, a rowboat to the island.
A rowboat is crazy.
Not a row.
Yeah,
They're
not
gonna take a
they can't-
motorboat.
They can't. All right, a motorboat, whatever. They can't take a
Row.
whole boat.
Row.
They can't take the whole cruise or the whole boat on to
We'll
the
go get the
thing.
fire. But the fire's more important for survival. I mean, you don't know how fucking cold it'll be at night.
Exactly.
That's the other thing. Like, I've seen a lot of like nutritional shit on fasting and walking. Like, you're supposed to be able to fast for at least 3, 4, 5 days and walk like 2 to 5 miles, 2 to 10 miles, and still be efficient. So I don't know. I
Yeah,
would
but
put less
that's
emphasis on
probably
food.
if you're like in shape.
That is true.
I'm probably the least in shape here.
That is true.
So I had to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
That's why we're not expending any extra energy.
Yeah, but we're still gonna. I mean, most of the energy we burn is from living. So
I'm interested in knowing if we could use the salt water as a
appetite suppressant.
that too, but it's kind of the
It'll make you
opposite.
sick.
But
Well, yeah,
it'll make
it
you
will
hungrier,
sick.
but as a electrolyte replacer.
No, the
No.
salt's too concentrated.
No, but just use a little bit in our non-concentrated water, in our regular water,
Probably, yeah.
and drink it like, I guess it's not as potent as
Like a
Himalayan
splash?
salt, but
Or
yeah,
just put some sand in there.
that might just keep us steady. But yeah, I guess our plans are pretty similar.
And I'm
Yeah.
sure any food we eat is gonna be mad salty too.
So, do you think we would survive,
Hell yeah.
regardless of our plan?
Hell yeah.
Especially if we know
Yeah.
there's a timetable on it. Yeah.
What day, number-wise, do you think would be a risky day for us? Past 7.
Day 5, bro.
No, past 7.
Oh, like
Because 7 we can survive
n-
probably.
9 or 10.
Really?
Yeah.
That quick?
Because you have to think about it. We come from an urban area.
yeah.
So we're going to start to lose our shit. Like
Even
ver-
with us 3 here?
Yeah, we're going to start losing our shit quick.
Not if we have nutritional stuff that we're getting.
It all depends on how nutritious it is.
I mean, 9 or 10, we're like entering starvation mode.
If
right?
we have fish,
if we don't have food, yeah.
if we have fish and we have salt like a little bit, and then we have water, I think we're good for like 2 weeks. 2 weeks, I think we're chilling.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, we could probably survive a whole month. One of us might just not make it out, but
That's crazy.
it's okay.
Why are you looking for cannibalism, sir?
Because that's how you survive in this cruel world.
No, it's not. It's really not.
Bro, if you don't devour your friends, what are you doing?
Have you thought about this?
Yeah, I always think about
All right.
survival. No, I feel like we used to answer these questions with Jabron, and that was always like what we would turn to.
You're always trying to go for cannibalism.
No, it's not cannibalism. It's survival. It's perspective.
Fair.
Well,
All right.
we'll survive the week
For sure.
without losing our minds. But like, if we go,
yeah.
Who's the
Yeah.
first one to get eaten?
Probably me because I'm the fattest.
That's crazy.
yeah, probably unless like one of us gets injured and dies.
Well, we
Yeah,
have to think
it
about
depends.
how is me and Brian gonna take you down? That's the real thing.
You
So
just have to smash my head with
the
a rock
two
while
of
I'm
the strongest
sleeping.
people have to figure out how they're gonna kill the weakest person. Because if it's another strong person that's getting attacked by the weaker and the strongest person, it's gonna be hard to take that person.
Yeah, but while I'm sleeping, just kill me.
That's wild. That's not honorable.
Bro, it's not even that. We could just hide food from him and wait.
How?
What do you mean?
Well,
How are
no,
you gonna
I'll
hide
be
food?
able to sustain that more because I have more fat on me. So that's not a good
yeah, but
plan.
you also have a higher caloric intake, so you're probably gonna. Well, not than you, but
No, I think
Bro.
we just two of us would agree on killing one person, but
bro, we
who
can
would
just.
that person be?
It honestly, it depends. Like
But
You
if we
think
have,
he would be able to kill you.
probably,
both of you, yeah.
I don't think he would be able to kill you.
You and me is a fair fight, but then Brian with third party, and that's not fair.
bro, all I gotta do is take the coconut, bro, and just fucking throw it at him.
I'm gonna catch it.
Any kind of diversion, I don't even have to fight him.
You're gonna throw a coconut
You're gonna
at a
give me-
football.
You're gonna give me a weapon for your friend? Crazy.
Bro, you're not gonna grip it properly. It's gonna.
No,
Coconuts are
you're
about
not
this
gonna grip
big.
it properly.
No, they're bigger.
Some
If I
of
throw a
them.
coconut
The
at
island
you,
we're going, they're big.
bro, if I throw a coconut at you,
It's gonna be a bowling ball.
yeah, Brian. If I throw a coconut at you, there's a 50% chance you don't catch it.
Listen, I'm not look. This coordination that you're gonna argue, it's a different in fight or flight, right?
It's like the
Yeah?
size of a basketball.
Yeah, it's the size of a
That's
basketball.
the whole point of fight or flight. When you say think fast and you try to catch something, you go.
No. But if it was a nigga running at me, bro, I would just
All right, if you say so.
hit him with the people's elbow. It's not.
Facts.
All right.
No, but I mean, we could definitely take him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like any two
No,
people could take
I know
any
me
one
and
person.
you could take Jordan, but would you morally be fine with that?
I mean, if we've already thought about it and decided to, it would like it's all about the execution. But I wouldn't want to.
I feel like you would bail out low key.
No, because think about it. We don't have cell phones. We have ADHD, and we're bored. You have 24 hours to ponder anything. So if we're deciding to kill him, we would have thought about every single scenario already.
Bro, I'm just gonna be
Like-
playing in the water. and you're
But
gonna
I
kill me.
wouldn't want to kill
This
him.
dude acting innocent all of a sudden.
I'm just gonna be playing in the water.
Oh, so you
being
want us not to
super
kill you out of
innocent.
like pity? Nah, but I wouldn't want to kill anyone. So, contrary to what I said, cannibalism is not the way. Like I'm not
I'm
trying
gonna
to.
be splashing around.
I'm not trying to eat the
bro.
boys.
We have fish, bro. Why are we trying to kill each other?
We don't have fish.
It's gonna be like that AOT episode,
We're
bro.
gonna be throwing stones at the water, and fish are gonna come up and float.
We're too urban for this.
We probably are.
Our best bet is killing iguanas that can run like.
That's why it's a fun scenario.
But
What is it
iguanas
with you and the iguanas, bro?
Bro, I've been to them. Bro.
Have you ate an iguana before?
No, but they're plentiful on like islands.
I'm sure
and
they have
shit.
like fucking one fillet of meat.
Fillet.
You don't understand, Carter.
Fillet.
We'll take what we
mignon.
can get.
All right, guys, we're gonna switch it up
We
into
can also cook food, so that's cool.
a different topic now. A little more personal.
More personal
Yeah.
than cat. Okay.
So
Speaking of which, isn't there like a? I feel like there was a movie. Isn't it Moby Dick? Where they fucking no.
Moby
probably
Dick is
not.
the
There's
whale.
a Tom.
Yeah, but like there's a guy like gets stranded and fucking starts eating people, and he survives for like months at a time.
Oh, I don't know.
Fuck.
No, I don't know.
There's
about
like there's like a mutiny tale.
There's
I
a
don't know
Tom
what it is.
Hanks survival movie. You know that
Oh,
one?
yeah.
But I don't know watch that.
Where he's like Wilson.
Castaway.
Yeah,
I think
Castaway.
so,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
With the fucking he fucks it or something.
What is this called?
There's another one, Blue Lagoon.
Blue Lagoon.
Yeah, I heard that one was good. I gotta watch
How do
that.
you feel about Life of? How do you feel about Life of Pi?
I never watched it.
Really? And you're Indian?
Is it good?
Richard Parker.
Richard
Is the dude
Parker.
famous or something?
Yeah, I
Who is
mean,
he?
I don't know his
I
name.
don't remember.
That's one of the greatest movies I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
That is
it's actually
insane.
pretty
This
good.
is a dude and a tiger on a boat.
It's an amazing film.
I think it's more than a tiger though.
What makes it amazing?
So, it's the story of his life. He's telling the interviewer the story of his life.
Oh, okay.
His parents owned a zoo,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like moving animals on a boat. And typhoon, no more boat.
Is it better than the other Tom Hanks movie?
Castaway?
No,
No, he's not in that.
the most famous Tom Hanks movie. Where he's
Forrest
that dude.
Gump.
Yeah, Forrest Gump.
Yes, it's better than Forrest
It's
Gump.
better than Forrest Gump.
Yes, by far.
You agree with this?
I love you, Jenny.
It's by far better than Forrest Gump.
Bubba?
Bubblegum shrimp.
You think
Forrest
it's
Gump's
better?
not a serious movie, bro.
What?
It's not.
Who-
It is a serious
who
movie.
said
It's
that?
serious.
It's heartfelt.
You sure about
It
that?
is, but it's like
It's a different type of
What
movie. I'll
Jenny
say
does
that.
to him?
it's yeah, but it's like he's retarded.
That's crazy. And that's not.
That's wild.
That what
Me
she does
personally,
to
I
him
wouldn't.
is serious to me.
It is serious, but the tone of the movie isn't serious.
Mm.
Maybe some of it.
Yeah,
What do you
Life-
think though?
Life of Pi
Forrest
is probably one
Gump
of the
or Life
greatest
of Pi?
films of all time.
I don't think about Life of Pi often, but it's a good movie. I don't know if
Forrest
it's better
Gump
than
is better.
Forrest Gump. I'd watch Forrest Gump more. I mean, no, they're both good. We're watchable, to be honest.
I'm saying which one's better.
Forrest Gump, I guess.
He's crazy.
That's fair.
This guy is the mad lad.
I agree.
You haven't even watched it. Shut up.
Suck it.
Okay.
All
That's
right,
it?
so
Alright.
are we gonna do the chit chat about?
I mean, we should do it. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
Nah, I'm done. I had my 2 checks.
2 checks.
2 checks.
Oh yeah, Moise was talking about the Dylan Dennis thing, right?
Yeah, he was.
That if he loses, the purse goes to Logan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that. That's crazy.
No, but that's just like one of their like things
And-
that they say. I
and
don't
if
think it
he-
ever happens.
No, but I think if Dylan wins, doesn't he have to be like Logan's best man?
Yeah, but that's like something they like shook hands
Yeah,
on.
that-
But that doesn't.
He's like trolling, right?
Yeah, they're always trolling. They're always saying shit, and it doesn't happen.
That's insane.
Why are you on Reddit?
I'm just trying to see if something will spark my memory.
Hmm.
You want to get into it or no?
Yeah, let's go.
I mean, sure, if you want to talk
This is
about
just
it.
a side
But like, what
quest.
specifically?
I think it'll just be a good way for us to, get more personal with it.
Yeah, but it needs to be natural. Why are we talking about it?
It doesn't have to be natural.
Yeah, it does.
Why does it?
Speaking
Because
of
it's kind of
cannibalism,
forced.
there's a lot
This
of
guy.
lady eaters out there.
About a what? A lady
a lot
eaters?
of lady eaters and man eaters.
A lot of munches.
Man eaters.
Some people even compare girls to snakes.
Gives that waste, man.
Okay.
That snakes are parasites even.
Parasitic.
Parasitic
Do you think
creatures, them.
Females can be parasitic
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. I'd
in
say
nature
so.
at least.
Yeah.
In nature.
In nature,
is
what do you mean by
crazy.
in nature? Like,
So like they're
They spawn in like
they're
that?
inept characteristics.
you could tackle this one first.
Like how they're born or like how they're like brought up to
Like the
believe?
general nature.
Like-
So I mean that depends on you. It depends on
The
if you
person's
believe.
specific nature.
It depends on if you believe nature or nurture. So that's up to you. But
I think most people aren't naturally born like that. I feel like how you're raised definitely impacts that a lot and like what you see around you and shit like that. But I guess I would say that, yeah, some people would be parasitic in nature just because it's a survival, like,
of the female variety though, specifically. So section off half the world.
just right there.
Yeah, just straight off the bat. We're
Just
going from
fucking-
7 billion to 3.5 roughly.
I'm sure there's some like that. I wouldn't say all of them are born like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, boss man?
I think it's more of a biological thing.
Mm.
So like, I think that by nature, biologically speaking, women are more prone to go towards something that's better, quote unquote,
Hmm.
than they are at that specific juncture. That's why you see like, women leaving their husbands for men with more money or
Yeah, yeah.
stuff like that. And to make it simple, it's like you're dating a girl in high school and she cheats on you for some guy in high school that has a car.
Yeah.
But I
So-
mean, I think a lot of that just stems from like some very surface level relationships where it's not like a really strong bond. Because
I don't know about that.
I would say so.
I wouldn't.
Because most of the time the bonds matter more. That's why I see a bunch of like women like staying with like broke ass people and
Yeah,
shit
but
like
I wouldn't say that. That could be the majority, but that's not what's pushed.
because what's pushed isn't like loving relationships. It's just like these societal standards and like how you're perceived. No one talks about like fulfilling relationships and like, oh, like you should be with this. The first thing they look for is like, oh, have a guy who's like fucking rich and set up and he can take care of you, and that's what they prioritize. But like we're not prioritizing like fulfilling and long lasting relationships.
Because that's more of the nature
But-
speaking. Because in the wild, lions and stuff like that, that's what they do. They look for the strongest mate, stuff like that. They did a study actually. They gave, I think it was like 20 women a bunch of different shirts that were like sweated from a bunch of different guys,
It's crazy.
and they the girls often chose mates that have the opposite. I think it was the opposite immunal system of theirs to create the best possible offspring.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
stuff like, I think that has it has a very heavy undertone to the decisions we make, like interpersonally,
Yeah.
and nobody really talks about it.
See, just to go off on a tangent, I was watching this podcast. I forgot with who, but it was Huberman and somebody. But they were saying this
Huberman.
interesting thing, right? Where it's like, when you have like a friend that you like just instantly connect with.
Yeah.
Like you just meet somebody and you're like instantly on board with them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Apparently, a good portion of that is not just randomness; it's also like smell. So your brain automatically registers their smell and finds it interesting and like attractive or whatever. So you just automatically just start linking with that person better.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
It's very
I found that
interesting.
very interesting when I heard about it. But yeah, but one thing I wanted to touch up on real quick, so we can associated with that at least, is that I was speaking to my like department at Home Depot, right, where I work.
Mhm.
For some reason, all of us either are toxic guys. Like there's like 2-3 playboys in that department that are just like after girls every 5 seconds. Like they'll see a girl come to the store and they'll just like, that's it. Their brain shuts down. They're just chasing. They're like, oh yeah, can I help you with something? They become the best fucking customer
help you with
service
something, Riz?
representative. They're like anything. Like, oh, you need that? Yeah, I got you. And before that, they're just like chilling. But so they're either toxic guys or they like toxic girls. And I fit in that category where I don't mind, or I like toxic girls a little bit.
Define toxic.
Define girls. Cause where are they?
I said I like. I didn't say I get.
You like toxic
Fair.
girls?
I don't.
Define
It's not that I
toxic,
prefer.
though.
I just like it.
What do you mean by
A little bit.
toxic?
But like name one
'Cause
instance.
It adds drama. It adds drama to like the relationship, and it makes it more interesting.
Yeah, but whenever we talk about women, you don't talk
And
about
that
anyone
makes
that you
me
like.
toxic in a certain way too.
Okay.
Well, first of all, when I said I like Punjabi girls, right, Indian girls, that is the definition. That is one of the definitions of toxic. It's like you saying you like Latinas. That you're
What's
just
wrong with
telling me you
that?
like toxic girls.
I'm gonna have to interject here. That's not true.
So when somebody says they like Latinas, is it not already assumed that that girl will be toxic?
No.
It's a
Don't you-
stereotype.
Stereotype.
It's a stereotype. I
That's a
give that to you.
generalization.
So majority. I won't say a general. I won't do a generalization way. So let's do it. Majority of times, I'd prefer a toxic girl. And the girls that I
Okay.
have said I'm into are majority wise toxic.
Katy Perry's toxic.
Probably.
Probably, yeah. Honestly, any celebrity's probably.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, not
toxic
every-
for us. Because I think with other celebrities tend to mesh well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because they can kind of understand the world.
So I wanted to get your opinion on you guys. Do you think you're toxic in a relationship, or like in that like characteristic wise, or do you think you prefer toxic people, or do you just look for peace and stability, and you actually want to be the opposite of that? We could start with you, Brian. Actually, let's spin it around. Let's start with Jordan and end on Brian.
Okay.
Um,
I see what you're getting at.
What do you mean?
You're not slick. All right, we'll get there. We'll get there. Go through your thought process, and then you answer. Because what the fuck do you mean?
I said my answer.
No. But it's just
I'm the one that prefers.
it's just a
toxic
blanket
girls.
statement. You can't just say that you like girls. Oh,
I like girls that are toxic because it like
How do you know they're
increases
toxic?
the drama.
That's what I'm saying.
Because they're
define toxic.
jealous. So my boy, I share
Uh-huh.
a common trait with him is that, like, his girl basically thought he was cheating, but this dude is just like a hard worker. So he's just at Home Depot freaking 24/7.
okay.
And she came to Home Depot and started like checking up on him and shit.
Yes.
And I was like, I know you got more attracted to her at that instant. And he's like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's hot.
And
it's like,
so
oh,
jealousy
you love me.
is hot to me.
Okay.
So when
that's
somebody's
cool.
jealous of me, I feel that that's attractive.
Okay, who's jealous
That's a
of
toxic trait.
I don't think that's jealousy. That's possessiveness.
you?
Okay, so
they're
either
kind
way.
of one and the same. I
Not
mean,
really.
well,
But both, either way,
Yeah,
both
yeah.
is attractive to me.
Okay.
So yeah, that's one toxic trait. So that's my specific
if you're
example.
overly jealous.
You don't
yeah.
need to dig in and say explain the scenario because I'm not gonna. Or tell me when. I'm not gonna.
What?
When you said tell me who's jealous of you, I'm not gonna say that. But
Oh, wait,
You
wait.
can
Why?
continue.
What the fuck?
you can go ahead.
Hold on, sir.
What's up, Sergeant?
No, but it's like you're saying you like toxic traits in women, but like,
And I said I might even have a toxic trait.
yeah, you have a fuck ton, but
Wow. Are we in a relationship, sir?
we,
I don't know. Sometimes it seems like it.
that's crazy. I guess it doesn't matter, but like I'm just saying, like I haven't even seen you like that many girls, and it's like, how would you know they're toxic?
Because the
Especially
ones I've liked are toxic. All of them.
that's fair,
All of them.
but you're not even giving them a chance, bro.
And low key, that's what I found attractive about them.
How toxic they were.
Well, not how toxic they were, but just these certain toxic.
It's
traits.
interesting because you can't tell if someone's toxic by just looking at them.
No,
So you-
I've had very good discussions with both of them. What, 2 out of multiple?
okay,
Like very good discussions.
all right.
But
all
yeah,
right.
Jordan, start.
I get what you're saying.
All right. So
Are you allowed to say this?
I can say what I want.
Okay, there we go.
Indeed.
I need you to ask me the question specifically.
Okay. It's like a 2/3 part question. So
Alright.
first question is 1A. What is a characteristic trait that you have that you think is toxic? 1B is what is a trait in a female that you find toxic that makes you attracted to them? And then
Okay.
part C, what do you in terms of a spectrum, where do you lean toward? Toxic or not? When you're looking for a relationship.
All right. So I think my toxic trait, red flag, whatever you want to call it,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's that I'm very distant, at least with my significant other.
Mm-hmm.
I that's how I perceive it.
Gotcha.
And when there's friction, I tend to close the distance to
Okay.
make sure that everything is okay at the foundation. And then if I know everything at the foundation's okay, then I'll reestablish the distance.
Oh, like
Like a jab, yeah.
That doesn't sound like a.
But the thing is, it's not toxic to the other person.
Mm-hmm.
It's toxic to me. Because that process, it's kind of like a shield. So, like, let's say the foundation is, shaken. Then I will fix it and then establish the distance, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a defense mechanism for me because then my partner could never tell me, you don't care, you don't do this, you don't do that, because I'm repairing our relationship.
Gotcha.
So it's kind of like I'm obviously it's out of, compassion and stuff, but it is a problem. That's one. Another one I know for a fact I have is I lose when the problem is so stupid and I know I'm not in the wrong. I'm basically a dead body. Like I just, if they're like talking to me about, like, oh, I wish you would hear me out on this. I wish you would hear me out on that.
So this
And I know it's not
stubbornness.
my problem because I didn't do anything.
Oh, okay.
Then I'm just like, okay,
Mm.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
I mean, that's not necessarily bad.
No,
If you don't have to
really
deal
bad.
with it.
It's really bad.
If you're not in that, like, you're not a part of that situation that's
No,
caused it.
it's a when I'm saying what I mean is like for example, an issue
Mhm.
that I've had in my relationship. Very stupid.
Mhm.
It was when we would play Valorant. The games are long.
Yeah.
We would play like 2 games.
Mm-hmm. That's like 2 hours and a half almost for reference.
No, it's not.
Yeah, no,
This guy's
Oh, it's
It
like
de- it
50
definitely
minutes a
is.
game, and then it takes like 5-10 minutes for people to like use the bathroom in between games and stuff like that.
It's not 2.5 hours. It's like an hour and a half to an hour 45.
And then some of them go into overtime.
I'm not taking that into account. It's a normal game. We're usually getting smoked or smoking them.
You guys play like 2 or 3 games, real. It's not.
Right. So
Yeah,
when
okay.
we would play Valorant,
Mm-hmm.
my girl would get mad because I would call her late at night.
Mm-hmm.
I would call her at like late at night.
Yeah.
I would call her at like 9:40, and she goes to sleep at 10. So she would get upset because she felt like she wasn't a priority.
Mhm.
But from my lens, it's like I don't game every day, anyways. Like
Yeah.
with you guys, I didn't game every day, anyways. So the days I'm not gaming, I'm talking to her.
Uh-huh.
So it's like, you know,
Brain dead.
it kind of, I felt like it wasn't really a thing. Like I'm asking for 1 or 2 days to, game with my boys. Like
Mm.
I don't think I'm asking anything crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
But when she would complain about it, sometimes I would just be like what? What the fuck do you want? You know?
Okay. Yeah,
And that's my toxic trait.
Gotcha. All right.
The second part to that was what?
What is a toxic trait? I guess
That I
guess we
find
could-
attractive.
Yeah, I guess you can make it for your girl or in general.
In general, it's weird because it's like I enjoy somebody with a dominant personality.
Oh.
In terms of like
Oh, yeah.
socially or both or
Socially and just
mm.
like my girl has her moments where she's like that.
Mhm.
Like she won't let people like walk all over her.
Mhm.
That's not a toxic trait, obviously.
Yeah.
But there's like there's a thin line, you know? So it's like I always use the example that I saw on Instagram. If we go to a restaurant, right? If I ordered something, like if I ordered mashed potatoes, they give me french fries.
Mm.
I'm not gonna, make a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
It's a fucking potato still.
Mhm.
But like I want somebody to be like, "Excuse me, he didn't order french fries. He ordered mashed
Gotcha.
potatoes."
Gotcha.
That that's that feistiness.
I can agree with. Okay.
That's what I
gotcha.
need.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair.
That fire.
That's nice.
And she would do that.
That passion.
Yeah, that burning passion.
Gotcha.
And then your third question?
Is what was my third question? It's like, I told you it. Yo, rewind the tape.
I don't remember the third
Rewind
question.
the
So,
Tape.
what is your toxic trait? What is something you like? And then, what do you, on a spectrum, where do you think you'd prefer a relationship to be? And you can't do the middle ground.
Like towards toxic or
Yeah.
towards
Do you prefer
Peace
more
and
toxic
stability,
traits in a girl, or less toxic traits so you have less drama and less stuff
Well,
to like?
It depends on the severity of the toxic traits.
Yeah. So like, where on that spectrum would it be?
So what, 5 being like not toxic, really?
Well, you
like,
can't say 5. You can't
That's
say
what I'm
the middle
asking.
ground.
Like, what's 5?
5 is the
like,
middle ground.
like
5
perfectly
is
balanced.
Yeah.
So I
You
would
have
say
to say pass. You have to do past. You can't do 6 and you can't do 4.
I would say 7. 7 is
7?
nice. 7 is the sweet spot
Gotcha.
because there's room for growth
Mhm.
on both ends. She can teach me how to be more, toxic,
Mhm.
and I can teach her how to be more of a, nice person.
Crazy.
Interesting.
Crazy.
Gotcha. All right.
What are your toxic traits?
Mine.
Hold on, get the notepad.
Yeah, I'm
There's a
writing them down.
shit ton. I'm way too stubborn sometimes. A lot of the time.
Actually, where's the laptop, bro?
I'm
Get
very
the typewriter.
stubborn.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's like one of my more noticeable toxic traits because it's
Mhm.
like more noticeable in every relationship.
yeah.
But definitely very stubborn. I would like to say I'm working on it, but it's my entire family's like that. But that's an excuse.
It's not something you could just work on though. It's like you need someone actively in your ass telling you like,
Yeah.
yo, you know?
So it depends
I
on the
try
person.
nowadays just to get some more like I'm trying to put more spotlight on it so that I memorize it or like I know when it happens so I can like take a second of a breather and like understand it.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of the times, I guess you guys are not privy to this, but in the Discord, we'll have a lot of like basically just fucking a discussion that goes in a circle, and a decent portion of them is because of me. So yeah, that's a very
You
big
can
toxic
you can
trait.
quote me on that.
That's a very big toxic trait of mine.
Okay.
And then
For sure.
the toxic trait that I like that my example was that when a girl is like possessive or jealous,
Yeah, it's kind
kind
of
of turns me on.
Oh, okay. Well, what are we doing here? Okay.
Yeah. And then I guess to answer that question, so you can go last, is I'd prefer like a 7, 8, probably 8, just because
Toward
it spices
toxicity?
it up
It does.
towards toxic. Yeah, 'cause it spices it up. It might be my ADHD, it might just be my whatever you can call it, but I need some sort of like change day to day. It can't just be like she can't just be like, oh yeah, whatever, work was fine. Yeah,
Oh,
I was
too
with this
monotonous?
coworker. Yeah, she
Okay.
has to be like, yo, fuck this at work.
You need personality.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
That's
a little
exactly
bit
what I
of-
need.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
So
feel
there
you
has
on
to be
that.
something like, yeah. That's the thing. I don't want it to be like 8, 9, 10 toward that side because I don't want her to be like a bitch toward me. I don't want her to be like fucking like those a lot of the women, not a lot, but there's a good amount of women that just come home and like bitch at their husbands and cause like fucking inter drama within them too, which is the stupidest shit. Because I don't deal with that. I'm just gonna literally do what you did, become a dead body, and just be like,
It is.
but I'd like her to do that on the outside, and then so we can have the drama and spice.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's my 3 portion.
That's interesting. I mean, I definitely think it's like, as long as like her core values and like the relationship foundation isn't built on that toxicity, then like anything else can kind of like be worked with or is negligible. Because like possessive can be really toxic, but like if you find it hot or something,
But
I think there's a
guess
healthy balance.
I've noticed a lot of my friends, like even you guys and some people at work and some other people,
Mm-hmm.
it's very common nowadays for a girlfriend and a boyfriend both to have their locations
Shared.
shared,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
like very common.
I got my girl's location.
Pull up the
I
Addy
see what
right
she's
now.
doing. Hold on.
Pull up the
Yeah.
Addy.
I didn't know how to feel about that when I was in a relationship.
That's what I'm saying. Because not obviously. You guys don't know. I haven't really been in a full, like a real relationship. So,
No, that was in the first one.
Yeah, that was spoken about.
yeah.
Yeah.
Either way,
No, yeah, go off.
it seemed weird to me that is a commonplace thing. But now I kind of understand why it might be. It's just because if you have nothing to hide, you have nothing to hide. I get it.
Maybe.
But
Some people say it's for safety though.
that's cap.
I
Yeah.
mean, with all due respect, I don't think there's any situation I could ever be in where she can physically help me out of that situation.
Yeah,
And
true.
no disrespect.
I'd be like, what if you die? You need someone to get the body, you know?
I mean, if someone kills
What?
me and they don't take my phone, what are they doing?
Either way.
That's fair.
We went
I
on
mean,
a tangent.
it was a passion project. It wasn't for money.
Whatever. We went
It's
on
not,
a tangent.
it's not about the money.
Answer 1A, sir.
Right.
What is your toxic trait?
What am I toxic about?
It could be your staple, or it could be something you really think about.
It's weird. I mean, can I say like the situations I put myself or like the people that I've dated?
You say
mean-
whatever you want.
Because is
You
that
have
like
the
a toxic
floor.
trait that I
Yeah,
have?
You have the
It's just
floor.
like,
the
okay.
positions you put yourself in.
Yeah, I don't know what it was or what it is, but I feel like I made a trend out of being in relationships or situations where I'm not sure the person I was dating or talking to was toxic, but she would never have any kind of like open mindedness or try to see my perspective on things. and it was always like they were really stubborn and like their way was the way, and they wouldn't like take into account my feelings or anything like that. And I feel like I would always let myself kind of be a pushover and kind of give in to their I guess demands or whatever, anything to make them happy. And I thought that made me happy for a while, but it ended up like kind of molding my personality and making me very like submissive and change. And it was a really bad time.
Submissive and breedable.
Definitely breedable, but nah, yeah, it was like, and they would always like gaslight me into believing that I was wrong and shit. And then looking back, it was kind of just like, wow, like they kind of just took advantage of me, and I just let it happen, and that's the majority of it. Like, I let a lot of shitty things happen to me in my earlier years that I don't think, no, I definitely wouldn't let happen anymore going forward. But like, it's kind of sad to think about, and it's like it's very unfortunate. But I guess those traits are not really there anymore, and I feel like I learned a lot from them. But that was definitely something that, like, that was historically true, and I think if you really dig deep, it might have to do with my upbringing. But yeah,
Gotcha. So your toxic trait is
He's a
what is
pussy.
it?
yeah, I let people walk over me. I'm an anime character.
You let people walk over you
Yeah, I
in
definitely.
relationships. I mean, it could be in general, but too. But
Yeah,
in relationships.
I think when it came to relationships, I definitely did, and I definitely was like trying to be a people pleaser and like give them everything. And I think another thing on that too is that, I think I'm pretty spontaneous. I think there might be a healthy mix, but when it came to relationships, I would always like be really quick to to jump and like give them everything. When I should have been more reserved with my time and like effort and stuff. But
Could you give an example real quick? Like, when were you spontaneous toward a girl that you gave her something, and then you thought about it in retrospect and you should have waited?
like my recent ex, we were talking for like 2 or 3 months, and like that's a relationship within like a month, and like as soon as we like started dating, we were kind of just like hanging out like multiple times per week, and I was like speed running the relationship basically, like
Facts.
hanging out amount of times and like giving her a lot of my time and attention because
I mean, isn't that how it's supposed to be
Facts.
if you're like really interested in a
Yeah,
girl?
it is, but
Which
it's
is
also
Yes
like,
and no.
I think there's a healthy balance, and I think the fact that it was it became a negative for me,
Mm.
that's when it like became overboard, because like I would FaceTime her at night until like we fall asleep and stuff like that, and I'd wake up the next day and I'd have no rest. So like
Gotcha.
gym games are out the window, fucking the schoolwork. I was like really not up to date with my schoolwork, and I graduated in 2 weeks. So it was like when we broke up, like I think like a week before graduation, it was kind of a good thing, because then it was fucked because I was definitely sad about it. But it kind of made me realize that like if we hadn't broke up, would I have been able to be productive and like do a lot of things that I wanted to do?
Holy shit, I just realized who you were talking about. Yo.
Are we gonna start with the code name?
We'll talk
Nah,
about it in a second.
That's a different. He's talking
No,
about
no,
a
no,
different
no, no.
animal, but the same
That's
beast.
what I'm saying. I wanted
yeah.
to have another code name.
Yeah, bird girl.
Yeah.
Um,
Yo.
yeah, I really, really liked her. Like, I felt like
Yeah.
I could have grown to love her, but at the same time, it was built on like some toxic principles. I think she was really stubborn, and like kind of what you were touching upon too. Like, she really thought her outlook on life was like perfect, and anything that deviated from that was like sacrilegious.
That's crazy.
And so like I felt like I would have to like hide parts of myself and like just do everything to cater to her and what she wanted, and it was fucked,
That sounds like me right there.
right?
I sound like the
A
person.
fucking
like,
simp.
No, like her. Like my view is perfect of the world.
Yeah, I know you're a fucking dickhead.
Yeah, you are the toxic one.
Yeah, that's why we're not giving it
I
up.
just need to
dude.
find my simp.
Hey, you know.
Yeah.
I need to find my simp.
You need to find your Brian.
You need to find female friends that are identical to you, and then hook them up to me.
Don't do that.
I've already scarred them. No.
It's called assist.
Yeah, or
Assisted
assist is
suicide.
Yeah,
crazy.
we gotta talk.
Is
in
it benign or
basketball
is it
stats.
like
benign? No, it's
assist?
fucking-
Assist, like a alley.
Oh, you. Why would you think assist?
Because I thought we were talking parasites. I thought we were talking about bad growths. I was
Paris. That's like okay.
yeah.
Bad
Alright, but,
growths
like,
is crazy.
So now, when you like, is your goal when you go into a relationship now to, like, make sure that you're bound, like you have boundaries set?
I think that's the biggest thing. Yeah, I think the biggest toxic trait of all was that I didn't have any boundaries.
Yeah.
And like when she broke up with me, which is crazy.
That's good.
It was definitely eye opening, and I was just talking to my friends about it, talking to you guys, and it was just like I felt like I didn't stand for anything, and that was a big part of me like coming to terms with who I am and my voice. And it's like I feel like I've been very like insecure and self-conscious and not confident in like saying what I believed like in many situations, but especially in relationships, which it should be the opposite. Like you should be going into it with like maybe not knowing exactly what you want, but like knowing that you have some principles and like that you want to build something with someone, and you can't like start that off by like hiding or walking on eggshells with them.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to building a relationship, I look at it as like you each have your own hostage, and you're each like reading your list of
Demands.
demands.
Oh, so you
And-
won't shoot the hostage.
Yeah,
I see.
exactly.
I see.
Okay.
So basically, he was going into it with all his cards.
His
on the
hostage
table.
was dead, bro.
He was like, "Yo, the door is open."
He's
you
like,
can take me
"Bro,
in."
you don't see this body?" He's doing like the
Yeah, that's
ventriloquist
crazy.
thing, like, "Hi, you know."
You know what's crazy? Would I have graduated? That's like actually like fucking ridiculous.
What do you mean?
I probably would have, but it wouldn't have been as good content that I would have created for my homework, bro. Like,
If what?
There's
would you
no
have
way.
graduated?
If I was still with her, bro.
Why not?
bro.
You are a procrastinator. If you guys didn't know.
OD.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Oh,
she
dude.
gave him a vice, bro.
What do you mean?
She gave you a vice.
Oh, like to like not focus on anything else and focus on her?
Yes.
Yeah, bro.
We know how you are with vices.
Oh yeah, I'm a very addictive personality. I've been able to channel it in some areas, but I'm still working on it. Still improving as a person.
So what's the like? Just real quick, so we can end this
I
one
only
A of
answered
the
one.
question.
Yeah.
What is the foundation? What is the reasoning behind why you didn't ever think you deserved, or why you didn't set up boundaries in general? Like, so you went into a relationship and you wanted to give her the world. Like a lot of guys, most guys want to do that. They want to give the girl the world. They want to show her the best they can experience.
prove she can handle it.
But what was your reasoning behind why you didn't set up any borders or any boundaries that you were firm on?
If you want me to be brutally honest, I think that's crazy. I mean, no, he's being honest now. What are you
What
laughing
did he
at?
say?
Just say it. Say it.
How is he honest? He didn't say anything.
Oh, me.
You just say it, bro.
No, I'm gonna be real. I think. The fuck.
That looked weird. Was that a boundary?
Yeah, you just invaded my personal space.
You just touched
I'm
his
gonna have to-
mic.
All right, bro. Can we not? Like, what the fuck?
He's trying to fucking talk.
All right, go. Is he?
Speak.
All right. Fuck you. Stop fidgeting. All
I
right.
did my job.
Word. No. So I think, and I mean, I feel like you can kind of relate to this too. Like growing up, I kind of felt, all right, maybe not specifically, but I kind of felt like an outcast, and I feel like I didn't really have any friends growing up, and it was kind of just like, whenever I got any kind of sort of positive attention, I would latch onto that, and I would like really want to be around that person. And specifically when it came to relationships, like my first ex, she was like the first person that ever like really noticed me and was like giving me a lot of this positive attention. And so like I kind of even just fell in love with that concept itself. And so I just felt like, wow, this is one person that like can see me and makes me feel good about myself. And it's like I kind of want to just give her the world. And so I guess with that to begin with, I didn't really have any boundaries because I was just kind of like, well, whatever she wants or thinks, she deserves it. But which is not how you should think about it at all. But I think that's how it started. And I think I valued their feelings way more than my own, which I think is kind of like how a lot of guys view it, like even in like traditional standards. But the way I was going about it wasn't a good thing at all. It was like, it was selfless to the point of neglect of your own personal being, and that's not good in any circumstance. Because how can you give your best to someone if you're not your best yourself? And I was really operating at like less than optimal performance. I was just giving someone so much of myself just because I felt like they deserved it, and because they were the only person giving me that kind of like positive reinforcement, which if I really think about it, it's like it all stems from insecurities and not feeling like I'm good enough, or like lack of confidence and stuff like that, which is a lot that I've had to time to work on and feel good about myself now, but in those moments, I was definitely, I guess, going through it, and that's why I kind of just latched onto them and wanted them to.
So
Yeah.
you never set up boundaries with your first ex either?
Honestly, no. And when I tried to,
It's
they
too late.
they were violated repeatedly. and
Really? Could you? I don't want to invade too much, obviously, but
You
could
don't
you
have
give one
to.
that's like not as personal? I guess.
I mean, a simple one was like when the first time we broke up because I felt like I needed time to think about things, and I didn't really know the direction I was going in. I wanted space to think about it. And like we fully broke up. Like that day I set out to break up with her, and she was fucking like in my bed, and and she was crying, and it was like the hardest thing I've ever had to do to date. Like because I was really making her feel bad, and like she was saying like, no, we can make it better or whatever, and like I was just a kid, and it sucked to do that.
How old are you?
He was a boy.
I was 18. Oh no.
That's adult.
Nah, he was a boy, fam.
No, but I never. That was my first girlfriend too. I never dated before 18. I never had any
So,
interpersonal
what was
relationship like
the-
that.
What was the boundary that was crossed? Her saying,
No, so that itself wasn't a boundary crossed. Like we broke up
Oh.
that day, and then a couple days later, she calls me crying and saying that she's like outside my house, and she's literally at my door, like fucking bawling her eyes out and saying she didn't know where else to go because she had like an anxiety disorder and like depression and stuff, and so she felt like she needed me. And when she came to my door crying, like I was still missing her, obviously, and that act alone, like I was just like, of course I'm gonna take you back because like you really care about me. Like her doing that made me think that she really loved me, and that's when I think my association with love kind of got fucked up because it was like, because she felt she couldn't live without me, I felt like that love was like something that was awesome and that I wanted to have that in my life, and that's
She was the toxic one.
and that's what kind of
but
initiated it.
he also didn't stay strict with his boundary.
Yeah,
He folded in a way.
but I also think she violated it by even just showing up to my house when I broke up with her.
Well, I mean, it's a
It's
young
multifaceted, yeah.
relationship.
It's a double negative.
Yeah, because I didn't help it out either. And obviously, if I just said like, "Hey, like, no, I really need my time," but I wasn't strong enough to do that. I was really strong enough to break up with her.
But then again, you didn't break up. You said
No, it was.
I
it
need
was
time.
no, it was a full breakup. That was like a legitimate.
You said
breakup.
we were breaking up. I
Yeah,
don't wanna
we're
date
breaking
you
up.
anymore. Or like
Yeah.
whatever.
I said like I need this for myself. It wasn't a break like how it turned into later on in the
Well, she
relationship.
did work then.
Huh?
Her like get back technique worked,
Nah, she just
Just
manipulated
guilted
him.
me.
which worked.
Which I don't know if it was on purpose. I think she really felt like she needed me, but I
I'm
mean,
sure.
we could argue anything, right?
No,
But,
no, I'm sure that's true, but
yeah.
it worked.
Yeah, exactly. And so that was like the first start of like the many kind of like breaks and relations and breakups and stuff like that. And I think that's kind of where my association with it got fucked up.
All right. So 1B.
Mm-hmm.
You remember the question?
What toxic traits do I look for in women?
Not look for, but what's a
That I think
trait
are
that
attractive.
you've had in one of your exes, I guess, that you find attractive? That's toxic.
I think possessiveness can be cute when it's not to an extreme extent.
Say one that we didn't say though, just to keep it a little bit.
No, but on
To be
that-
fair, we said the hottest ones though.
That is true.
but like,
Hey, that's his
but-
fault for going last.
but like on that note about like sharing locations, I didn't know how to feel about that. It kind of felt like invasive, but at the same time, it's like I guess it's understandable. She shared her locations with all her friends in case anything bad happened.
This is the first ex.
Yeah,
She suggested. She's the one that suggested it.
yeah, and she felt weird when I would like turn it off. Her like they didn't want to have it on, and
Why'd you turn it off?
it was
You naughty boy.
I didn't get into anything, but no. So okay, so it was
Went
like
straight off the bat. I didn't get into anything.
yeah, no.
So why'd you turn it off?
So I had the iPhone 10s, and if you don't know, the battery life on that is shit.
Mm.
And so when you're sharing your location, it fucking turns it like you get like an hour less of battery life.
Yeah.
So I was just
Damn.
like, yeah, and that's why I had a black phone screen and everything. Like I was trying to maximize my battery performance.
This
Crazy.
man,
She
bro,
was-
this
she
man
was
was walking around
draining
with
you.
the portable in his
Yeah.
back pocket.
Bro, she was draining him.
Yeah.
Literally.
That's crazy.
But that was my fucking like instant reaction. I was like, I don't want it to waste my battery. But
Which is fair.
yeah.
All right, question. Just because this is more of like me talking to myself, but
Mm-hmm.
did you ever
Okay.
turn it off and her jealousy made you attracted to that? Because I feel like I would do that.
No, the first thing that comes to my head when she like starts feeling bad that I turned it off was I felt guilty and would like want to turn it back on.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you forgot you were talking to a Care Bear. He's a nice guy, bro.
Yeah, I would turn it off and just her just yelling at me. I'd be like, oh, really? You need me
Naughty,
like that?
naughty.
You need me 24?
On that note though, like you get into like it's fucked because like, yeah, we'd do these breaks and she'd violate my boundaries or whatever, and like we'd get back together and like the makeup sex was great, bro. I'm not even gonna fucking front you. That shit is awesome.
Yeah, I guess it's part of like the thrill.
It
of the
is like
chase.
and then after we broke up, I wanted to get into a toxic relationship so bad, just like because I knew it wouldn't last. But
This
like,
guy,
Yeah.
bro.
it was just to have fun, bro.
Man, that is true. I remember that. I remember you talking about that.
Yeah, it was so good. But
Last summer was fucking insane.
and you know what's even crazy? Like the times we had sex after we broke up were also great. So it was like,
Were they like substantially better than when you were in the relationship?
no,
Like noticeably?
I think it's like you get the sense of urgency, right?
Like you mean
'Cause-
urgency, or you mean like it's gonna fade away eventually? So you might as
Yeah.
well appreciate it now.
Yeah, I think that's it. Like you're like on a ticking time bomb type shit.
Gotcha.
I still think about it because like that was crazy.
You just gotta replace it with something greater.
But no, but that's the thing because like also like a lot of memorable moments are like the wholesome ones where like we felt like we were really in love and just like pillow talk and fucking just being in bed together and shit.
Pillow talk slaps.
It slaps like crazy. But toxic traits that I find attractive, I mean, it was a lot of them, bro. Like
That's crazy. That's at almost all of them.
like I like that, you know, they're just kind of like, oh, like who is this girl trying to talk to my man type shit, and it's like, you know, that's cool, but it's also like,
Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
yeah, because no girls were talking to me at all. So I'm like, what are you talking about?
Who are you
That's
talking
crazy.
about?
You know what's crazy though?
What's up?
Towards the end of our relationship, one of my best friends, one of the people who I used to be best friends with, she was a girl, and we stopped talking after high
Red
school
flag.
for whatever reason, right? She was my first best friend. That was a girl. And yeah, she like randomly like hits me up and starts following me again, and then like while I'm in bed with my ex, and then my like I was just like, oh shit, what the fuck, and then my ex like looked over at me and was just like really like. She instantly got jealous because of like my reaction to her texting me, and it wasn't so much as, and she thought that it was because I liked her and like wanted to do stuff with her or some shit, which is crazy.
But did you?
Not at the moment, but then when she said that, I kind of started thinking.
Oh,
But
she
even-
was the catalyst.
But
On a
even-
scale of 1 to 10, what are we thinking of this this best friend, ex-best friend?
Honestly, I mean, she's not a bad-looking girl, but honestly, I don't really think the sexual attraction was really there. I think it was more so because of how toxic my relationship was with my ex, and because her just saying that in itself was low-key like an out. But then when I spoke to my best friend about it, she was kind of like down to have like a friends with benefits kind of thing. And then I had a break with my ex so that I could think about it. And like,
Why
just
did
in
this
general.
not happen?
You want to get into that? We can get into that.
I'm just confused. Like basically you told me a linear path and you somehow diverged from that.
How did I
You just said a
diverge the linear
girl was agreed to a friends with benefit situation.
Because you know what the deal was? In high school, she admitted to me that. Lean forward, nigga. Oh,
He's in-
friend.
I'm
He's
not
enjoying.
speaking. I'm listening.
Yeah, but I gotta
He's
see
enjoying.
you.
I'm listening. I'm sorry.
You know, I'll just fucking like.
Crazy. All right.
We gotta blurt out the. My bad. I can't use that word.
I'm enjoying the story time, bro.
So explain to me how this
Um,
friends with benefit that the female offered the male never went through.
so basically, in high school,
And are you gay?
That's okay, bro.
she wasn't like more attractive than my ex. That's a big driving point.
Would you do it right now?
No, I don't really like how it turned out. I'll tell you, like,
Okay.
because you said you forgot everything I told you.
Yeah, my reasoning was skewed on that. That's why.
It's because you didn't think we were good friends at that
Well,
point.
I didn't want to.
Yeah.
I didn't want to invest too much in this friendship.
Okay.
Look at
And
us
now
now,
we're here. Now we're starting a
recording.
podcast
Yeah.
together. Fucking
Yeah, I
asshole.
didn't know we were gonna be tight like this,
Damn, I didn't know you just chill like that.
bro. My brain can only remember so much shit. I gotta like
Yeah,
choose
and
what I put in
it's-
there.
And it's full of fucking hills that you'll die on. A lot
And
of
Home
that.
Depot. Songs.
And Home Depot
I
songs.
know everything. tell me an item that you need. I'll tell you what fucking aisle
the
it's in.
songs.
The songs, oh, those are slaps.
Yeah, slappers. Okay.
White girl bangers.
I like work girls.
Okay. You don't have to talk about the friends and benefits.
No, we
thing, but-
can.
Yeah, if you want to go over it
I
quickly.
mean, yeah, real quickly. All right.
Yeah.
So in high school, I had this female best friend, and I didn't know it at the time, but like the reason she wanted to be friends with me was because she liked me, and I had a crush on another girl at the time, and like she was basically trying to help me get with her. Like I would vent to her and shit. And she later told me it was because she wanted to be with me, but because I didn't want to be with her, or I didn't see any of the obvious signs that she was like, okay, I'll settle for being your best friend because you seem really cool. And then we kept talking and stuff like that. And then we both got into relationships at the same exact time. And this is with my ex. And she like had problems with him initially, and then they broke up right away. But we didn't even joke about it, how like it kind of seemed like we were pretty compatible too. But I was already happy in my relationship. And I just kind of wished her the best. And then we eventually stopped talking at that point. But then we started talking again. I was kind of just like, because my ex said that, like, hey, like, do you like this girl?
Mhm.
I kind of just asked her, like, hey, like, do you still like me, like, and stuff like that. And then we
To your
Brain
ex.
damage.
You said that to your ex, or you said that to,
to
your
my
best friend?
to my best friend, right? Because
Interesting.
it was already toxic at that point. But I think there's more to it than that. I'm not really remembering everything, but yeah, like she told me like that she was attracted to me, and I was just like, at that point, I think I was looking for an escape out of the relationship, low key. But yeah, that's why I asked her, and then that's why it like turned into some weird things. And then after I broke up with my ex, I started talking to my ex best friend again, and she was really down for a friends with benefits kind of thing. And then, you know, I guess like in that mindset, I was kind of looking for a rebound too. But she said like I was too eager to have it, which is crazy.
Yeah.
What do you mean
Um,
too eager, bro?
like trying to link up and shit, or like texting her a lot, and
He was like Jameis Winston.
not even, but like I would start flirting and shit, and she said like she would flirt back, but she later told me that like she wasn't even like. She said she started losing respect for me because I was getting too sexual, and she started feeling objectified,
Hold on, wait a minute.
even though we agreed to a friends with benefits
You
kind
have
of
any,
thing.
any examples of how you were too sexual?
On a park. Never mind.
Yeah, just like I want to do this and that, you know.
You just straight up said that in messages?
Well, because we were already close before at that point. Like when
So
we
you
were,
just basically laid out a whole fucking game plan.
thing
He
is-
gave her an itinerary.
the thing is,
crazy.
it wasn't like full on like that. It was like half joking and half like, you know, if you're down, I'll do it. But like, we were also like really
I can
close
see
at
it,
that point,
okay.
and she would vent to me like about like all the shit that we missed out over the years. Like even in high school, we were like super close, and so like I always felt like we kind of understood each other. So I thought she would kind of get that humor or whatever, not the humor, but like yeah, we were really good friends. So I just thought it would like transfer nicely, but it really didn't. And she started thinking that like she literally said like she was like disappointed and like never thought that I'd be one of those guys. She thought I was different than everybody else, but she was just like, oh, like you're super sexual and like you just want to use me for my body, which
Hold
wasn't
on.
the case.
It's almost like you said, "Hey, let's be friends with benefits."
But it also wasn't like that because like I would take time out of my day to like talk to her all the time, and when we linked up to talk, literally just to talk in the middle of the night, she was venting for like half an hour to an hour, like just about random like boy problems or bullshit.
Sounds like more toxicity.
Right. And then like after that I was kind of just like, hey, like I'm kind of over this. It kind of feels like it's like I kind of said it was like borderline narcissism because she was just talking about herself, and we didn't talk about me at all the whole time I was there. And then she kind of just said like, oh, like I was only doing that because like I lost respect for you at that point, and I didn't really.
That's crazy. So she lost respect for you. She started using you.
Yeah, and she said she was only flirting back to see how far away like she can get away with it, just for fun or whatever.
Crazy.
But like she didn't even want to.
Your trait really is that you just put yourself. You somehow get in situations like that, huh?
Yeah, that
You
was
It's
somehow
very-
find.
It's very easy to get in a situation like that.
Yeah, but he's like attracted. He's like a magnetic personality toward manipulative.
The thing
women.
is, you'll see
Uh-huh.
once you start your endeavors. The lens is very rosy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think too. Like, I was pretty optimistic about it, and like, I don't know,
My man wanted some yeeks.
obviously, but it's also yeah, it was weird. And then you know, rumors started getting spread, and when my ex eventually like got back into my life a little bit, my friend would like feed her, like told her everything that happened from her own perspective. And then my ex would like start gaslighting me and making me feel like I was a bad person. Yeah, order food.
No shit.
Just do it. You just see this go through. I'm fucking starving.
All right, but continue.
Good soup.
Okay.
This end this tangent because I want to ask you one more thing.
Yeah, I mean, like letting people walk over me and shit. Like even like the recent ex was like that. But yeah. So my ex best friend would tell so her and my ex like actually became really good friends when like play Minecraft and talk all the time after we broke up.
They were talking about you.
Definitely, because when my ex would talk to me, she would just like, oh, like I don't really know how to feel about this anymore, and like you kind of just like someone that uses women. And what didn't help was with my friend, like randomly.
Dox him. Crazy.
That's the government.
Our friends are gonna watch this, and I don't know if they know the whole thing, but like, he called her drunkenly one night, or I don't know who, I don't even remember, but no, he said he drunkenly called her one night, saying that he called the wrong Voldemort, yeah, the wrong person, which is my ex's name, and they were just talking about some bullshit, and then like I think she asked him like, hey, how did Brian feel about us, or like the relationship? What was his outlook on it? And he was kind of just like, oh, like he was just using you for sex. At least that's how I saw it. And he was one of my good friends at the time, and like even me and my ex would like go to him and talk to him and give him like advice and shit. He would even text her sometimes. I think it was weird, but yeah, like he kind of just did me dirty, and like because that didn't help, and like I actually did care about my ex, even as toxic as it was. And that's not how I viewed the relationship at all, because I genuinely cared about her, and I think I kind of still do in some weird way. But yeah, no. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a lot to unpack right there.
it's just a lot of
Pause.
shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
See, because I always think that there's always two parties at fault. I'm just trying to see. I see how she was in the wrong. I'm trying to see where you were in the wrong. Was it because of your lack of boundaries and because you didn't get your feelings across that
Lack
when
of
they
boundaries.
that when those boundaries got crossed or when your feelings did get affected, was it that caused this like shift from her thinking that you were manipulating her or her thinking that you were using her? Is that why? Like, I'm not. I can understand why she was in the wrong. I can't understand what you did in the wrong. But obviously, both people did something. It's
Yeah.
never just a one person thing. Rarely.
No, and I mean even
Did you retrospect on it and did you think about it and figure out or?
yeah, a good amount of things. I think having no boundaries is a big part of it, like reinforcing the negative things that kept happening as like positive things, like her like always constantly reaching out even if we broke up or anything. Like if she ever needed me, she would come to me. Like even after we broke up, whenever she would have anxiety attacks or like was having a really bad day, or like when she fucking needed homework to pass this fucking final, I would spend like 4 hours out of the night to like help her. And
Waste man.
then a couple of weeks later, she was just like, "Hey, I met someone else." Yeah, that was a big blow.
4 hours?
Yeah, it was fucked. I would like do anything for her at that
Had
point.
man reading a textbook, you know?
Yeah, because she couldn't understand it. I was at fault because I mean I let a lot of shit slide too, so that reinforced it. But I think I just didn't feel like there was a filter. Like I would literally tell her everything and like full transparency and be open, like even about my inner thoughts and like intrusive thoughts. And that led to a lot of insecurities.
Obviously.
I don't know if I want to get into it.
And then I think the other portion that I did want to touch
Right
upon
now.
that I think you spoke to me about was that a big like a decent issue of this relationship was that you lost the connection with your friends, that you
Yeah,
just basically you two became separate entities and just strayed away from any, I'm gonna say, rationale, because that's what your friends really do help you with a lot of times,
Mhm.
is thinking outside of your whole world that you think you're living in.
Yeah.
So your friends actually do help you with that. So could you explain why you like stopped connecting with your friends very often? And then, because I wasn't a part of this at this
Yeah.
time, but he still had it, the majority of the group. So
I can speak lengths to that.
I can.
So yeah, I want to hear your take.
Let him go first.
Yeah, and then I want to
Yeah.
hear your take too.
So I had come off of just like a pretty big like weight loss and fitness journey, and I felt really confident in myself, and I felt like I really understood myself and where I stood on a bunch of shit.
I feel like I was wrong, but also like
How much did you lose? Just so we can understand.
I lost 60 pounds.
Nice.
And how long?
It was like maybe 2 years.
Okay, that's pretty solid.
Like
Nice.
like I
Right.
lost the 40 pounds and then I got like really fit for wrestling, and
Oh.
basketball and stuff.
You were a triathlete, huh?
Lucky, it was
Okay,
pretty fun.
Okay.
Like, because I couldn't do a push up my whole life, and then I was cranking them out. I was
But
pretty
you
good.
were in a relationship before that. After you lost the weight.
After, yeah.
So you're going fresh into a relationship.
Off this
fully-
like big
pretty
high.
lean,
Yes.
feeling the best you've ever felt.
Yeah.
All right. Continue.
Literally. So I almost felt like I could do no wrong. I felt like I really understood myself. I felt like an actualized human being. I was coming off the high of senior year too, and it was like a really fun time. And it felt like a movie, low key.
It was a movie.
Yeah, because I was fucking confident, and like even just having confidence, like you get into yourself into some like really fun situations, and like you start enjoying life more. And when we got together, Jordan said something like when she was starting to show toxic traits that I should just like leave right away, and that it wasn't worth the time. And I think that definitely like rubbed me the wrong way because I really liked her, and so I didn't want to think that way, and I think that might have led to me not like maybe taking his opinion into account all the time. And I also felt like none of my friends had a long-term relationship up until this point. So like after like a year of being with her, I felt like I understood my relationship more than anyone else. So how could they give me any advice? And so I kind of just stayed with that mindset because I didn't think they'd understand, especially what I was going through. Which I know now isn't really the case, and they would have helped me a lot too. And I don't think it would have gotten nearly as bad as it did. But yeah, I felt like they couldn't help. I felt like I had a good grasp on it, and then I understood the situation and what was going on. And you kind of get into this like little echo chamber of your own voices, like the hyperbolic time chamber. Like you kind of just like go in with what you already have, and what you already have just gets exacerbated, good or bad, as time goes on. And I only had her, so I would just vent to her, and like venting to the person who's causing you harm, it kind of just adds this like codependency.
And I'm
and-
sure she only had you two, right?
Yeah,
Like
and-
you guys were in your own
Nah,
Nah.
nah.
bubble. Really? So she had other friends, and
She
you
had a
were-
whole support system,
and you just
and this
basically
man was just
left,
there dangling
Yeah.
by his feet.
and you left you left your support system.
kind of. We would still hang out and stuff, and it was still good, but like it wasn't nearly what
There
it
was
once
no
was.
like
It wasn't
communication
personal.
of ideas.
It wasn't personal.
It wasn't. No, I think I was definitely hiding up a good portion of myself.
You didn't think that was weird that she had she had friends that she could go to where you were
Well-
going to her
Well,
specifically?
here's the thing. It wasn't like she had them all the time. Like her friendships with people was like seasons. Like it would go no, because like Jay would come in and out of her life.
Okay.
Name
G
drops.
would, you know.
I thought she had G for the most part though.
She did.
Yeah, so
but I also
that's-
think, but there was a portion where I think my ex kind of thought like me too, where like these people wouldn't understand her, or like she kind of kept to herself, and she would only talk to me about like the really personal stuff. But then of course, like as the relationship ended and stuff, like because her friends would also like always like, I think towards the end they would like badmouth me a lot, and then once we broke up, they had like this whole perspective of me that I was like this monster, and like they definitely reinforced this negative outlook on me.
Mhm.
That he can attest to too, because they talk to him still. Um,
So I got you.
and yeah, they would gaslight, not gaslight, but like make her think this way of me, and then it kind of ended pretty roughly. And I think she would let other people's opinions like impact how the relationship was.
Yeah.
And I didn't, because I was the complete opposite. I would just fucking not take anything else into account,
Yeah.
because my parents didn't have like the greatest relationship, and my sister wasn't even home.
Wasn't she still in college?
Yeah, she was still in college, and I didn't think anybody could relate to me, so I didn't really reach out.
Gotcha.
Thought
Alright.
I had it figured out.
What's your perspective on this? Because this is more of a, I guess, third person or just somebody that's not in the loop.
So basically, like the first, I would say,
Oh, can I just say, like, I thought my friendships were kind of surface level after experiencing the relationship because of how emotionally like in depth it got, and I feel like a lot of my relationships with everyone else was kind of very surface level because I don't know, guys don't really talk about their emotions and stuff. So once I started tapping into that, I kind of felt like this person understands me way more. So why would I go to someone else who might not even understand how to delve into their own emotions and stuff? Because like my best friends were him and Jabron, and you know, I didn't really take you to understand that because I didn't think I felt like you were very like toxically masculine, Or that's how like I perceived you at some point.
That's true.
And Jabron was definitely like ooga booga, like stubborn masculine. So I didn't think he'd understand
Ooga
anything at
booga?
all.
What does ooga booga mean?
Caveman.
Caveman masculine. Okay.
Yeah, like very like. But
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think that's true anymore. I definitely like got more emotionally like in depth with my friendships, and I think you all can attest to that. But yeah, definitely at the time it was very surface level.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I would say like the first 6 months of his relationship, it wasn't really like he wasn't a part of the group. I would say.
Mm.
It was,
You never joined in on any discussions, or
he was. I don't remember. Were we on Discord that much? at
did you
that
guys
point?
live together at that time?
Not yet. Not yet.
Towards the middle or end of it, yeah.
Not yet.
But Discord.
What I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Not
But
yet.
yeah, Discord we were. I mean, yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. In the winter break when like we were on a break, yeah.
So
But-
I would say like because you guys got together what like March-ish.
Yeah.
So I would say like after graduation, which was like June.
Yeah.
So that portion of their relationship, he was pretty involved in the day-to-day, group activities. And then the summer hit, and we all went ghost that summer. I don't know why. We all did our own things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we definitely did.
And then
Wait, summer of graduation? We went to the thing in New Jersey where we like stayed the night.
yeah, I'm like you and me, we still had our bond because
And we went to a wedding, bro.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
bro, life was a movie. It was ridiculous.
It was the first 2 weeks of summer.
And you guys didn't talk
No,
about
no.
girls?
It was the first 2 weeks of summer.
He was trying to get with her friends too. Like I remember that.
Yeah, but how did you not talk about your
let me
issue?
cook
let him
here,
cook.
bro.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
All right.
The first 2 weeks of that summer,
Uh-huh.
maybe 3, I was hanging out with him and his girl and their friend group and the posse. We were whatever. I started working, so I was working, and we just stopped like openly communicating as a group,
Okay.
and I don't know why.
Interesting. Do you have a specific reason? Like, can you recall that moment? And
I mean, I just think we was outside that summer, so we were just doing a lot of
He
stuff.
was outside.
Yeah, I was outside. And I didn't really have friends who were like spontaneous and wanted to go on like these crazy adventures. And so she very much was, and her friend group was kind of like that. So I got to delve deep into that side of myself, and so I just think I was fully exploring that and having fun, and doing a lot of stuff.
Then the winter came,
Mm-hmm.
and I had dropped out of City Tech.
College, yeah. Went the
Yeah,
first
okay.
2 weeks.
Yeah, I had dropped out of City Tech. I was
Mhm.
working as a junior electrician, helper, whatever you want to call it, with my dad. And then I had started dating.
Shout out.
Fact, shout out
Oh.
Sherrick, bro.
Oh, my bad, not the last name. That's
Iron
crazy.
name.
It's all,
Okay.
it's all good. And
Do you want to give this a second?
yeah,
Yeah.
You're
Alright.
literally Tom Holland, bro.
Let's take a little break here. And we're back.
all right. So you were asking me my POV, right?
Yeah.
So December. Yeah, I would say like Thanksgiving, like early December. That's when I was doing my electrical work with my pops and all that stuff. And I had started dating someone.
Okay.
And it was not the greatest. I learned a lot from it, so I'll forever be thankful for it. And that part of my life will always have a special place in my heart because that's probably where I got most of my growth. But this isn't about me. And I didn't talk to him much. To be honest with you, we didn't speak much. I wouldn't really, be a part of the Discord stuff because I was busy. I'd be
Yeah, yeah.
working nights usually.
Gotcha.
So once that was over with and I started school again in like January,
Mm-hmm.
this is 2020 now.
Gotcha.
I had started living here.
Okay.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Not in 2020.
Not yet.
Oh, didn't I pick you up
Yeah.
the day that?
Yeah. Let me cook. So, like early February,
Mhm.
I hadn't spoken to him much. Like we would, text, send memes, whatever.
Yeah.
But we didn't. There was nothing deep. So when he called me one day and he was like, "Yo," because we were gonna watch John Jones versus Dominic Reyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were watching that fight, and so he picked me up because we were gonna come here to watch it, and he told me in the phone call, he was like, "Yo, bro, I gotta talk to you about something." So I was like, "All right." So he picked me up and we started talking. Jabron was in the car too,
Damn. Okay.
and Jabron was, Jabron.
Yeah.
He was like, "Yo, he just did something crazy, bro." I was like, "What happened?" And he told me what happened,
Uh-huh.
and I was inspired
Damn.
because the way he told me, bro, it was like I could see it that a weight had been lifted off of him,
Uh-huh.
and he just looked so much like his head was like clear and he felt good. I could see it.
Yeah.
You could see
I
that.
could see it, bro.
Uh,
His blood pressure went down, bro. I could
That's
see it.
crazy.
And
yeah.
we had a good night that day. Pause.
Okay.
How? How is
It-
that a pause?
It was
You got-
great.
you two dudes had a good night.
No, it was 3.
That's even crazy. And we watched the fight. It was exciting. We had good food. Yada yada yada.
Wait, it was 4. We had there too.
It turned into 4, yeah.
Gotcha.
And then pandemic hit, obviously. And me and him spoke pretty much every day during the pandemic. No?
Yeah. We were playing a lot of Warzone too.
Yeah,
We were on
played,
Discord,
a
yeah.
lot of Fortnite, Warzone, that kind of shit.
Damn. I missed that.
And
yeah, definitely.
bro, we would ask him like, "Yo, how's everything with the missus?"
Mm-hmm.
And he'd be like, "Oh, it's good, bro. It's good." And I'm like, "Okay." I mean,
That's all I would say.
So
Uh-huh.
he wouldn't really open up, and I'm not gonna press.
Mm-hmm.
So I took his word for it,
Yeah.
and then they opened everything back up. I started going to school in person, and I had moved to Long Island.
Oh, okay.
So, my mom spoke to his parents, and they let me live here.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So now, while I'm living here, him and his girl are, they're resuming things,
Yeah.
and I'm in my room doing my own thing, and I could tell it was off. Like, there'd be times where he would make a joke. It's obviously a joke,
Mm-hmm.
and it would be like something, misogynist, like, "Oh, you need me to do it because you're a woman," some bullshit.
Okay.
And it was like a roller coaster. Like, her energy would be like rising, and then he would say the joke, and she would like crash.
Damn.
And I could see it happening over and over and over and over.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew it wasn't all right. But again, he's saying it's okay,
Yeah.
and I can't interject in a relationship. So I never really got a feel for what was actually happening until it just blew up,
Damn.
which was years later. Or a year. Year and a
Makes
half.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't let anybody in, bro.
All right. I guess to end this segment,
Uh-huh.
if you did get in a relationship, let's say whenever in like the next coming months.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Okay.
What would you do differently according to what you've learned? And I guess what we've told you about it and then your own things, yeah. Like your own retrospective analysis. What are
Yeah.
3 major points you would do differently compared to how it went down with whichever ex is?
Well, it's definitely I just want to say like it's both sides. Like obviously there was like bad done on her end, but a lot of bad was done on my end too, and it was kind of just like toxic. I think it's really good to have an open line of communication and not feel like you're walking on eggshells. So like as soon as I notice that I can't like talk to them, like actually, because like we have to set up boundaries, we got to set up rules if it's a relationship. And if anything along that line is like not okay, then it should be discussed or just it shouldn't be pursued at all. And I think it should be that simple. Like talking to you guys and talking to a bunch of other people, like people have deal breakers.
Yeah.
And and I didn't like ever.
which is weird.
Very weird, and it's something that I learned after my recent relationship, that it was like, yeah, you definitely shouldn't just accept anybody, and I think you should be okay with, like, if this person doesn't meet your criteria, just like move on to the next, like it wasn't meant to be or whatever. Like,
Yeah, and that doesn't mean they never will. It just means at that moment they didn't.
right, exactly, or that specific person.
So
I think
right
it's
now
being okay
it's-
with that too.
It's open communication and having deal breakers.
Yeah, like if you see red flags and it's something you really don't want, like either address it or don't pursue it if it's really a big red
Gotcha.
flag.
One last one.
What are the two? Open-mindedness and red flags?
Open mindedness and like having deal breakers, like having boundaries
Yeah.
slash deal breakers.
I think someone who's not selfish.
It's impossible.
Entirely. Oh, no. Obviously, you got to be selfish. You got to be in there for you, but also, like, I don't know. I just, it was weird because I was always in situations where I was taken advantage of. So I guess people that wouldn't take advantage, if that's even something you could look for.
I don't know. I think it's more so. I think
That
it's
more has to
of
do
a-
with me, I think.
like a complete person.
Complete person.
Yeah,
What does that entail?
like a person that's not looking to you to complete them.
Yeah, like not having a codependent relationship.
Okay. I think on that note, someone who's not like, I mean, people can be traumatized in their own ways, but like someone who doesn't take that trauma like and throw it onto you.
Dump it on you. Yeah.
Yeah, because I definitely experienced a lot of that in my relationships. So you can be traumatized, but like, the relationship should be a fresh and new one, and you shouldn't go into it with expectations that you held for someone else. Not, I mean, in terms of negativity, like in the trauma, like because I'm not him, but I'm him. So
Yeah, you're not Leroy. You're Elroy.
nah, I don't know. But yeah, like it was just like, I'm not gonna do you the way that guy did you. I feel like I'm a pretty genuine and good person, and I mean, you can find that out. But like, if you go into it thinking like that all men are like this, or that he's gonna do me like this, and that's why like I shouldn't even give him the chance, it's kind of just like,
Setting yourself up for failure.
literally, and it's gonna turn ugly and messy and so quickly. And I just think it's important to not have that going into it. And I think it took a lot of time to sort of try to heal from what I went through. And so like, I'm not really trying to bring that into another relationship. Like we can talk openly about the trauma, but like I'm not throwing that trauma onto someone else. And I think it's important to have someone who's gone through that and understand like their trauma, and I guess not just dump it all on you.
Gotcha. You want to continue?
No, I don't have anything else to say on the matter. I mean, we said everything we could.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
for
a
sure.
solid amount.
Um,
We might have to do a part 2 though, to dive a little deeper into not really the issues, but
the psyche behind it all and stuff like that, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
I got something interesting. Not interesting, but something I want to share.
all right,
So, it has nothing to do with relationships, topic change.
gotcha.
So, recently I played Bloodborne, as you guys know.
Okay.
One of the best games I've played.
Yeah, I just recently beat it too.
It's actually goated.
So good.
Okay.
The lore, nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like,
Oh, you started watching videos on it?
nuts.
So good. Yeah.
And because I'm a shit player and I need to get better,
Mm-hmm.
I got the worst
Uh-huh.
ending. I need to replay the game now.
Mm.
But I also started Dark Souls 1 remastered.
Significantly longer game.
I'm at a cross ends here. I don't know what to do.
You play Dark Souls. You finish it, and then when
It's
you
so
need,
clunky, bro.
or you
Oh, the
don't
combat
finish it,
mechanic?
you just play whatever you feel like, and then when you have that spare time, come back to it.
Yeah, I think play the shit out of Bloodborne now, especially since you have the mechanics like fresh in your mind. And then like once that gets done, you want a new story, then you can go into Dark Souls.
I don't know.
I already
though.
started though.
That's fine. I started it too.
I don't like
Oh,
that.
you did
though.
start.
Why not?
I don't like.
Do you know what kind of
starting a
person
new
he is?
version. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. It's up to him. But
He
like
100% in Elden Ring
Bro.
like 50 times.
Ghost of Tsushima was one of the best games I've played in a long time,
Yeah.
other than Elden Ring, right?
Uh-huh.
And I wanted so bad to play it again, but I just couldn't. Like, it's just too simple, brain dead minded. Like it's just the same thing.
Like I started my New Game Plus.
Mhm.
Everything scales up. The
Yeah.
runes scale up a lot.
Yeah.
The first boss gave me like 85k,
Okay.
and I was like, okay, we could do this now. Hold
Yeah,
on, let
It's
me
it's
cook.
not like tediously grindy. It's really fun.
So, I'm thinking about just New Game Plusing that bitch.
Mhm.
Would you be interested enough to just do it?
Yeah, I got an
So then just do
interesting.
it.
But the thing is, like, I dedicated 2 weeks to that, bro.
I
And
mean, you
it's-
can take a break and come back to it.
It's just like, bro, I
I say do it.
don't want it to be Elden Ring Part 2.
But
It
here,
won't
but
be.
here's the thing.
Nothing's like
It,
that.
it, it can't be because
It can be.
no, it definitely
cannot.
can be. But like, there's only 3 endings, so
There's only 3 endings Elden Ring that you get an achievement for.
That's
Yeah, but
alright,
there's
for an
technically, like, 7
achievement,
or
But there's
8.
like fucking 7 or 8.
yeah. But you have to mindfully.
No, but
like,
there's more endings to
And you can
Bloodborne than
cosplay.
those 3, isn't there?
no.
Okay,
You can cosplay in Elden Ring.
fair.
There's so much you can do in Elden Ring. Don't sully my beautiful ring.
Shut
My
up.
beautiful.
You haven't
Elden
played any
Ring.
other Souls game,
I
and you're
do
bad
not- I
at
don't
video
care-
games.
Screw Souls games. I don't care about any game. Elden Ring, number 1. I'm putting it there.
Witcher 3 sucks.
Witcher 3, top 3. Ghost, top 3.
I've never played Witcher 3. Well, I did
Top
for 10
3.
hours, but
There you go.
Hot take, RE4, bro.
R-
The remake. RE4 remake?
RE.
Resident Evil 4?
Oh, I've heard of it,
Mm.
but
I heard
Ooh.
some people. There's a lot of mixed reviews on that. A lot of people think it wasn't better.
I could see why.
Yeah,
They changed the pacing of the game a lot. But
but mechanically, it'd have to be better.
mechanically, it
Yeah,
leaps and bounds.
night and day. Rare Dead 2 is the greatest story in a video game ever, bro. I
I'm
think.
still
gotta play that.
I'm still gonna play that.
Yeah. If you're gonna start Dark Souls, I mean, if anything, let's do it together.
You know what?
I started already.
Screw
I did
Dark
too.
Souls.
How far?
We're gonna get 2K.
I didn't get that far.
We're gonna do that at some point. It's gonna be on sale in the next.
I
couple
don't.
weeks.
I don't
No,
want
it's
to. I don't want to start 2K.
It's not gonna be in the sale in the next couple of weeks. I
Yes,
don't
it
know why
is.
you think that.
Of course it is.
It's not gonna be. It's gonna be marginal. Something like 5-6%. It's not gonna be anything.
In the
crazy.
next
Nah,
couple of
the-
weeks for what?
What do you mean?
Thanksgiving, Halloween, what?
Thanksgiving, the Black Friday sale.
That's in 2 months.
And 2K
It's
goes
like
on
6
sale.
weeks.
2 months.
It's nothing.
And 2K goes on sale?
Yes.
For
I
Black
thought it
Friday.
goes on sale on Christmas.
It does go on sale on
Both.
Christmas. I think.
that's way too early. 2 months the game came out,
The game came out September.
and it's gonna go on sale in November.
Well, here's the thing.
Yes.
Here's the thing. It goes on sale so they make more money because you're gonna have to pay VC, so they make more instant money.
Yeah.
That sounds insane to me.
That's why they make it free because they know you're gonna spend $100 with VC.
But even COD games, like they go on sale only in December.
No, they go on sale for the Black Friday sale too.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
It's just not a lot. It's like 5%.
Yeah,
That's weird.
5 or 10%.
Yeah, but at that
2K is
point,
gonna-
you're
2K is
waiting
gonna
a whole
be-
month. And
it's
a
gonna
They're,
be like
they're also
40
more
bucks.
likely to do it because it's next gen prices, so it's $70.
Let's give them time to fix their game.
They're not going to.
It's a perfect game.
I just saw a video today. This guy 7-1
That's just the
dribbling
Durantula
around like a
build.
point guard.
They,
That's
they had that in the other
Wembanyama.
game.
No. It looks different.
That's Wembanyama.
It looks different.
It's in next gen.
Yes,
Wem-
it looks different.
His name is
I'm
Victor.
not gonna do it.
His name is Victor.
No, his name is Jonah.
His name is Victor. Jonas.
Gotcha.
No,
gotcha.
it wasn't him. It was somebody though.
We gotta get that. We gotta get.
I'm not gonna buy it.
2K.
I'm not gonna do it.
Wait, I'm gonna buy one, and you're gonna buy one.
I'm not buying one of anything.
Let's not do this.
No.
What?
I'm buying UFC. You can
Okay.
buy Madden.
What if I buy 2K?
You're not gonna buy
Why,
before
why are you
Madden
buying UFC?
because I want to play it.
Yo, guys, we should make a Madden franchise
We
online.
should.
We could. So there we go. Buy
if
it.
you buy 2K,
Why would I buy 2K?
because we actually play 2K.
Yeah,
Carter,
but
Carter,
I
Carter,
play
Carter,
too much.
Carter, we'll go 50-50 on 2K. I'll get my copy because I'm not a broke boy,
Uh huh.
and then I'll go 50-50 with you on your copy,
No,
and
no,
he
no,
can
no,
steal
no.
it.
We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that.
Why not?
I'm going to use.
Dude, they raised the
His
inflation for
life-
VC. Like you have to spend 150 now to get to max player. It's not worth
it
it.
doesn't matter.
I know that's why I'm getting the
I'm
base
gonna
game,
use
and
his
I'm just
weakness.
buying $100.
I'm just gonna use his
not
weakness
doing
to get it.
What?
I'm not gonna buy 2K because it's addicting for me, and I'm not gonna do it. And the game is not great or better. Even IGN is saying it's shit now, so they're not even like sucking their dick anymore. So I'm not doing it. The industry is fucked. I'm not doing it. I'm gonna buy one or two games. It's not gonna be 2K, and I'm gonna try to further myself in my life. I'm not gonna go back down that
This is a
rabbit hole.
perfect place to end the podcast.
I
'cause
just
I just want to clip this and just put it on one of our shorts.
You're gonna clip this
Like,
because
bum, bum,
if I fucking
ba-dum.
no, because if I buy it in the future, he's gonna be a fucking dick suck, and he's gonna be like, oh yeah, remember what you said?
No, because you're gonna get it,
I'm not buying it.
Brian.
It's not leaving my account.
Listen,
You're gonna have to
listen to
do
me.
something
Alright,
without
It's
consent.
getting too
Listen,
heated. It's getting too
listen.
heated. This is
You're-
where we end
You're
it.
gonna get it.
This is where we
you're
end
gonna-
it.
Is the food
2K
even here?
yes,
You're
it's
gonna
about to
play
be.
point guard. You're
We
gonna
have 10 minutes
enjoy
to
it.
banter.
We're not gonna do this on a podcast.
We can do this on a podcast.
We're not using the podcast.
If we're
as
not
a
using our
mediary.
platform to start beef, what are we doing?
What else did I want to bring up?
No 2K,
Football.
hopefully.
He doesn't.
That is
Mm.
true.
Which is why you
You're
gotta buy
gonna get
Oh,
Madden.
2K.
Madden. Okay, Madden.
Mhm.
Uh huh.
What's your what are your thoughts on it?
It's pretty fun. It definitely felt overwhelming at first because of all the buttons and shit, but it definitely like seems like it can be a lot easier. It's a skill curve for sure. I think just learning the game and the way it plays too, but it's fun. I feel like I would play it more than 2K just because I feel like I can pick it up and put it down a lot easier than like than grindy 2K.
Okay.
Well, you haven't experienced Ultimate Team.
Yeah.
He has a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, isn't
That
it
shit's
kind of the
grindy
same?
as fuck.
It's
Yeah.
different though.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it different grindy than 2K or UFC?
I never did the UFC grind, but the 2K grind,
Isn't it more?
the 2K grind is more than the Madden grind.
Like a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Madden, they give you a lot of stuff to get you started.
But do they get like 99 overall every fucking player at the end?
Yes.
So okay. I mean, that's just the nature of it, I guess.
But the thing is, that's like
But also like
that will happen next year, like July.
Oh, so it doesn't just okay. But also like, I mean, there's something interesting that you said like if you play on all Madden, like the overalls are scaled less,
Yeah.
so it impacts the game less, and it's more reliant on skill. So I
Yeah.
think that could be pretty cool.
Yeah, so when you play on all Madden, your players' like physical ratings matter a lot more than like let's say like a player that has like 99 strength, right? That strength matters a lot more than his like actual blocking stat.
Yeah. I also like for like my career, like you get the skill points a lot easier, like just from leveling up. So like you can get to like a 99 stat in one category without fucking spending $500.
And in that my career, we can play threes.
Yeah, you can play online through that too. So it seems a lot more streamlined. Like I think I could get into that, especially because I don't want to like spend too much of my free time on like 2K. So
You're gonna spend it on something though, which is what I don't understand.
listen,
You're gonna spend it on something, and
Well, he should
It's
spend it on
different.
Elden Ring so he can
No,
beat it. For
He's
him.
not gonna do
I'm not. I don't really like it that
we,
much.
we have a
but I
deal
will play
going
it.
on. But
Yeah,
Mm.
I'm not gonna buy 2K, so there's no real need for the deal.
So
I'd rather you buy Madden now.
So just go 50-50 on it.
On what?
2K.
No,
he said he doesn't want it at all.
He's gonna get it.
I don't
what I'm
want it.
saying.
I don't want
You're
it.
gonna come home one day from one of your long film sessions or something,
I don't want it.
and it's just gonna be on your PlayStation.
I just don't want it.
That's fine.
I just
It's gonna be there, nice and giftily wrapped it for you.
someone's gonna give it to me. I'm not buying it.
That's fine.
So you'll get Madden.
I'll get UFC.
Madden.
You'll get Madden. What are you buying?
2K.
All right, then I'm buying UFC.
Why?
And then
Why
you
don't-
guys
why
go
don't you buy
50-50 on Madden. That's perfect.
I'm not going 50-50 on this man. He's gonna cave.
No, go 50.
He doesn't have
I'm
the-
gonna cave.
He doesn't have the game trial. He's
I'm
gonna
literally
cave.
playing three different versions of Elden Ring right now.
You're
Yeah.
fucking pathetic.
It literally.
And I love
And
it.
it's fine.
I'm gonna get Plat on PS5. I'm
Dude,
gonna play
you're
with
fucking
you.
I'm thinking about
insane.
platting Bloodborne.
I
love
thought
it.
of it
I
too.
love it so much.
It's so good, right?
That's crazy.
All right, Bloodborne or Elden Ring?
I might play Bloodborne.
Elden Ring for sure, but I
Yeah.
love Bloodborne.
It's too dark.
Excuse me.
That's what makes it amazing.
The gothic aesthetic, like once you get like a
I'm
chapter in.
actually spooked while playing it for the first time.
Oh, dude, and there's some scary. We gotta do the Hunters DLC too. That's why we should New Game Plus it
Yeah.
because we missed out on that.
After Amelia.
Yeah. You have access to it the whole time, but like we beat Gurman. I didn't even know. I looked it up after. So
All right, boys. It was fun. Elden Ring's
Was it?
better. You're gonna get 2K.
if you don't play
That's
Red Dead,
basically the highlights.
Oh,
of the
hold on.
podcast.
Play Red
I have
Dead 2,
I have
and I
an
will play
important
Elden Ring.
announcement. I have an important.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say.
I have something important to say.
what's up? We don't
Make
have
sure you guys like and subscribe. Comment if you like the video. Like the video if you like it. Like it anyways. Actually, we can use the likes. Please subscribe. Turn on the little bell. and leave us little words of encouragement. Keep going.
Yeah, give us some
guys.
tips and tricks. Give us some comments.
Yeah,
Like
give us some hard eyes if you think Carter's cute.
give us a thumbs down if you think Carter's dumb.
yeah, just leave us something in
can
there.
why do I have to be either or? Okay, why can't I be cute and dumb?
This is why.
And this is you want to end this?
Yeah, we're gonna. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.